Hi, my name is Tony Deis. I'm the founder of Trackers Northwest, and I'm here to talk to you about our Rangers Guild topic, choosing the right knife for your child. The first knife that I'm going to talk about is the most cost-effective knife. We sell them actually here at Trackers Northwest. They're called a Frost Morin knife. Notice it has a straight blade. There's absolutely no serration, and that's the most important thing. We use knives strictly as a wood carving tool, or mostly as a wood carving tool in trackers. So that straight blade is really important. If it's a serrated blade, it makes it really hard to carve with the knife. The fixed blade means that you cannot fold it. And so this is a really safe knife, from as safe as knives can be, from our opinion. And you can have a lot of control with this blade, and there's no chance of it folding back, or there's no need to open or close it. But it makes transporting an issue, because obviously it's in this sheath, and we don't want somebody putting it on their belt loop or anything like that, because a lot of our camps take place in an urban environment. So we want to make sure that when they have a fixed blade knife, it's strictly and only out when there is wood carving going on. If you had a knife that folds and fits in your pocket, you can carry it with you at all times. So the next knife I'm going to talk about is a folding knife. And the first knife I'm going to go over is what we call a Leatherman tool, or a multi-tool. We actually prefer Leatherman as a brand. We are not paid by the Leatherman Corporation in any way. It's simply that they may have a well-designed multi-tool. And so when you think about the multi-tool, it's actually, well, first and foremost, it's a pair of pliers. So there's none of that stigmatism around like carrying a knife as there is around a multi-tool. But it has a fantastic blade on it. If you notice that, it's also still a straight blade, but it has what you can see here is a locking mechanism, which means that I know this blade is not going to fold back on me when I'm carving, and that's really, really, really important. A lot of Swiss Army knives, and we do not advocate Swiss Army knives at all. In fact, I would ask parents to not send them with their child to camp, because Swiss Army knives generally do not have a locking mechanism, and the steel that they come with is not the best steel in the world. The other great thing about the Leatherman, which I personally love, is a saw. And this saw can take the place of a lot of the more tricky cuts in wood carving, the tricky areas to carve, like if you're carving a notch into a board or something like this. A saw is more directly related to using stone tools, because when we use stone tools, when we're going on to full primitive survival skills, then basically you're abrading the wood more than cutting it. It actually allows for more fine work sometimes. So I really love this tool. You know, again, you can rewire an entire bus with it. You can do all kinds of crazy things, and a Leatherman tool is one of the best things you can ever have. And again, there's no stigmatism like carrying a knife. If you are going to get a folding knife that is not a Leatherman, make sure, again, it still has the straight blade, and it has a locking mechanism on it, which is really, really critical for safety for us. And honestly, if you're in Portland, Oregon, the place I recommend going who has the most cost-effective knives is Andy and Bax. And if you're going to walk in there, don't let them sell you a Benchmade or a Kershaw. All phenomenally made knives. They're excellent knives. If you're going to walk in there, go to Columbia River Knife and Tool. They have very good steel, very good design, and they're much more cost-effective. So I would recommend Columbia River Knife and Tool. In fact, the inappropriately named M16 is actually a good, just folding knife with a clip on it that can fit right in a pocket. Again, make sure your blade is under 4 inches so that it's legal. So yeah, that's an options for knives. We recommend the gamut of the one you can get at Trackers, which we're going to strictly use for wood carving, to the Columbia River Knife and Tool, M16, which is a very odd name, to the higher, more expensive Leatherman multi-tool. Get the Wave or the Titanium. Don't get the Juicer. It's too small to be of any real use. Okay, that's it. Tony Deis with Trackers Northwest. If you have any other questions about knives, you just want to have a conversation about it, 503-453-3038. Again, that's 503-453-3038. And I'd be more than happy to answer them. Again, always remember, it's up to you to set boundaries with knife safety when and where your child can carve. Please, please, always make sure that that's your first and foremost priority with knives, is that you are setting the boundaries for the safety as a parent. Thank you very much. Take care.